Put it in your ear right here, my dear funk.
We came here to have some fun, and I brought my dancing shoes just in case.
Oh my gosh, that's some outside shit.
Yo, everybody here is out of sight. I know I'm just an old dog, but you know, I just sit here on a log. But I can't sit down, because I got to get up so I can get down. Move it, groove it, keep it in tight. We're gonna keep it real right. Because my brother here is out of sight. Hey, where did you come from this afternoon? Oh, my brother here from Zoom.
Leroy Emanuel is more than a veteran performer. He's been on the funk scene ever since it was invented, watched its legends become household names, and its influence create new subcultures, including, but not limited to, disco and hip-hop.
He would break away and come back, dance all the way, spin around, fall down on his knees again. They come out with a different color. They'd be leading him off.
That's it.
And he got almost to the end of the stage, he'll stop. Spin around and throw that rope, go to flying, go dance all the way back over to the mic, spin around, grab the mic, boom, back down on his knees again. That went on for about 10 minutes.
Okay, listen up. This is Soul Joel hacking the video session for 1 second, because I think this is the time to fill people in on the real source of the alchemy behind LMT connection.
Yes, I think it's time to let the secret out. Well, I say that Leroy Emanuel is a continuum of the great psychedelic black rock and roll soul performers.
And it's an archetype that I feel like is important to discuss, because it has a kind of affinity with the story of the shaman.
They have dipped into the mystical.
Well,
yes. And Bob Marley had that in him too.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Absolutely, Bob Marley. And Leroy, to me, is doing that too. And he's from an American experience.
Psychedelic has that connotation,
Exactly,
but we're talking
yeah.
about something deeper.
Deeper, absolutely.
Yeah,
Maybe they have dipped into the mystical. Yes, and have looked.
Te quiero mucho. Te amo. Sakapo. Wani. Jatam.
You know I love you, baby. You know I love you. You know I love you, girl. Hey, a taste of bass.
Funk is kinetic music. That's what I get out of it. It's just that sort of harnessed raw rhythm channeled into something that's musical.
Young musicians have to play and learn how to play in front of people.
Wind in your hair.
And not depend on a bunch of technology and buttons, but actually, as musicians, deliver the goods and, make people's lives happier.
Latino heat. Whether it is or whether it's not. One thing for sure is,
Hey, baby.
your body's hot. Your body's hot. Your body's hot.
I've always had a mind of my own, and I still do.
Your body's hot.
how a situation is going to be until you get into it. But there's a lot of things here that has inspired us. First of all, New York. Coming to New York, coming from Canada, I've been in New York many times. I worked the biggest gigs you can offer in New York. I've done it in the 70s. But besides that, I haven't been here in over 30-something, maybe 40 years or something like that. And here I am, back again, here in one of the best studios in the world, Avatar. And some of the greatest people I've ever met in the music industry, you know. And just, you know, it's just beautiful situation, you know. But I've always been a type of person that's always been international. I'm an international thinking type of person.
Since I'm a kid, my father used to listen to funk, James Brown, Ohio players, so it's been a pleasure to work with those guys. They're amazing musicians, almost one takes all the time. And super easy, you just move the fader up and it sounds good.
You know, I love good teamwork, but it's hard to find a good team. Very, very hard. This is soul, this is stop. No, slide, and big bag.
Okay, one more time, same place.
I think it's going to be something totally unique that we've never done before.
My name is David Watson, and I'm the leader of the Chops Horn section here in New York. Well, Chops Horns, we're known as a recording horn section, and we're kind of like a horn section for hire. So we work for different artists, and we do different things with different people. So the list is pretty thick. We keep pretty busy.
Yeah, I think when you double it, it'll, you know, smooth it out. Yeah.
His words have to keep us strong. He'll touch your heart with a song. A poem and prophet too. The words that he sung were true. Peaceful and always kind. Curtis was a friend of mine.
Good funk band, has to know how to swing, like jazz musicians. So there's all this stuff that to be an accomplished funk band and funk musician, you really have to understand the power of the one.
So comfortable with the material. When you get to that place, it takes some time, but when you're so comfortable with the material that now you're not worried about playing it perfectly, now you can actually really play it, and you can feel comfortable stepping outside of form a little bit, know when you can push the limits here and there, but when we're in that flow, we're creating on the fly. There's nothing else that I've experienced that's like that. That makes me feel as connected to maybe a greater dimension or a bigger part of the overall fabric of life. It's a very spiritual thing.
John Lennon once said, "I'm an artist, and if you give me a tuba, I'll bring you something out of it." Here's Leroy bringing you something from Cutlery.
Music is, like I said, it's a perfect thing. I started my dream when I was 7 years old. When I was 12, I was professional. Now I'm 69. I'm even more professional.
Seems to move so fast, it's forever when you're alone. It's constant.
When your music career spans 5 decades, it's easy enough to straddle a few genres as well.
Blues is not a music, it's a way of life. I work with guys like John Lee Hooker, played with him when I was a teenager.
Nicely done, guys.
Done.
Done.
Care? Pleasure, man.
Yeah. See you soon.
Pleasure. When you...
Creative music comes from your heart, your soul, your experience, your life, and all these kind of things, when you can focus in and put that forward, make it a presentation in your life. There's nothing more joyful than that. I don't care what you come with, it's going to end up with the funk. Because funk is what makes you dance. People think they dancing off of disco, hip hop. No. You put some funk on somebody, the real funk on them, they're going to tear the floor apart. Because it's got those rhythms, them polyrhythms. Right. Funky drummer like James Brown and all that.
You get the hump up in it. Once that hump gets in there, you get that one little lick, that one little line. It's just got that.
Yeah.
You
sit there and can't dance.
You make your face, right?
Exactly.
Like,
what's up?
Exactly.
What's up? What's up?
You get the look in your face.
That's what that is.
Yes, it is.